it sort of represents something that's both horrible and beautiful and strong and miserable, weak. It's got a lot of qualities that are interesting, and I think they make a point.
And the point Donald Trump is trying to make is about Alcatraz, a high-security prison facility in the San Francisco Bay that once housed prisoners like Al Capone and George Machine Gun Kelly. For Trump, Alcatraz is symbolic of a tough stand on law and order, a messaging he's trying hard to convey. And he thinks housing some of the most wanted and violent prisoners on this island would send the right message about how seriously the US takes law and order. The current status of Alcatraz? It was shut in 1963 and all the prisoners were moved to other facilities. This archival footage shows prisoners from Alcatraz being moved out of the island when it was decided that it would be shut down. This is another file footage from 1946 which shows what the prison cells looked like. The reason it was shut was it was too expensive to maintain the prison and it didn't even hold prisoners at scale. Alcatraz could house less than 340 prisoners at a time. Compare that with other US prisons that can hold over 150,000 prisoners, and the math of it becomes somewhat clear. It is currently a tourist attraction and gets 1.4 million visitors per year. It is now a museum, but the prison itself is in nowhere close to being functional. It has chunks falling off and it would require a lot of investment to make sure it's up and running again. It was considered an inescapable prison, given its location on an island and the freezing waters and currents in the bay. Alcatraz has always captured the imagination of Hollywood, and there are many films that revolve around this prison facility. The prison shot to fame thanks to the 1979 film Escape from Alcatraz, which told the story of a 1962 inmate breakout. Clint Eastwood played the mastermind called Frank Morris. It also served as the setting for the 1996 action hit The Rock, where Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage team up as a former SAS agent and an FBI chemist to rescue hostages trapped on the island. The Alcatraz prison is also sometimes simply referred to as The Rock. And looks like Donald Trump too is inspired by the movies.
Well, and I mean, it represents something very strong, very powerful in terms of law and order. Our country needs law and order. Alcatraz is, I would say, the ultimate, right? Alcatraz, Sing Sing and Alcatraz, the movies. But it's right now a museum, believe it or not. A lot of people go there. It housed the most violent criminals in the world, and nobody ever escaped. One person almost got there, but they, as you know the story, they found his clothing rather badly ripped up. And it was a lot of shark bites, a lot of problems. Nobody's ever escaped from Alcatraz, and just represented something strong having to do with law and order. We need law and order in this country, and so we're going to look at it. Some of the people up here are going to be working very hard on that. Right now, it's a big hulk that's sitting there rusting and rotting.
Critics have questioned the feasibility of the plan, citing the significant costs associated with restoring the facility and the logistical challenges of operating a prison on an island. It was mind-bogglingly expensive to maintain Alcatraz even in the 1960s. Given its current state, it would need to be torn down and rebuilt from scratch if Trump truly wants it to be functional again. For more such stories, subscribe to SNG News, hit the like button and follow for more news updates.